Well, let's do it. So I'm hanging out with my cigar and my bag of chicharrones and my bag of, yeah, I'm a fat ass. But what happened? So I'm sitting here watching funny videos of Me Too. Not that Me Too, but the Cuban Me Too. And I'm eating my Funyuns and I'm eating my chicharrones. And I thought that it would be so hilarious to make videos of like, you know, Cuban people that I grew up with, the dads, the moms, the grandmas, and like do them through Snapchat filters. So I did the Cuban dad, if you haven't seen it, but I think it's hilarious because it reminds me of like what I grew up with. And no, they're not all my dad, they're just dads in general. Because my dad's gonna sit here and go, oye, pero yo no soy así, no me vengas a decir que así soy yo porque no soy así. Yeah, so no, it's not all my dad. But, and it just got me really thinking about how, like, blessed I am. So blessed to have lived in Miami, to be raised in Miami, and to have such a cultural difference. I had my American friends, and I had my black friends, and I had my Cuban friends, and literally that's what it was. I mean, there wasn't much more of a melting pot then when I was growing up, but that was it, and we were you know, the race that wasn't, the big one back then. But we were very respected because since the 50s, since the 40s, the 50s, Cuba was, the playground for America. And when shit went down and all the Cubans came to Miami, Miami embraced the Cubans and embraced our culture, and it was just an amazing way to grow up. I mean, if you want a little piece of Cuba, all you have to do, well, now you can go to Cuba, but before you couldn't. But like you go to Miami, and you have your bakeries and your vianderos. And if you don't know what a viandero is, it was basically like the vegetable and fruit ice cream truck man. But he would come early on Saturday mornings, and you'd be in bed. And you'd start hearing Vianda, Viandero, and my grandma would like scurry and look for her purse and run outside and buy her vegetables from the veggie truck man, or like Flore. I don't know if you remember that one, but same thing. You're laying in bed and you hear on a freaking Saturday morning, Flore, and it would be like the person with like little, uh, what would be like little ice cream cart that you push, but they'd pull it on their bike, and they'd be selling flowers, and you'd buy flowers from them. You know, just the amazing culture that Miami is, and being able to be from that culture was able. My parents and my grandparents were able to continue instilling in me the Cuban way because we've lived it in Miami. I mean, the only main huge difference that I see now from when I was raised in Miami to what's going on now in Miami was you can literally go through a Wendy's and they'd say, hi, can I help you? What would you like to eat? Now you go through a fucking Wendy's, a Burger King, or whatever. Sí, pero dime qué tú quieres. Yeah, like they just expect you to speak Spanish off the jump or whatever. But when I was growing up, we assimilated very easily. We were, speaking English, and I say we, even though I was born here, because my first language was Spanish. My brother and my sister, I think, they were around white people more when they were going to school and things like that, and they picked it up real easy. For me, I was kind of that generation that my mom only spoke to me in Spanish, and my dad spoke to me in English. But my grandmother would tell me, oye, no te entiendo ni tres pepinos, háblame español. Yeah. But I just wanted to say how, sitting here eating American Funyuns and Cuban chicharrones made me think about how, culturally diverse I am, even though I was born in the US and I'm 100%, American, 50% Spanish, and 50% Cuban, and 100% American. And I love it, and I love every second of it. And I hope to God that I can continue instilling it in my kids, because my oldest one, dude, she's as Cuban as I am, but I really attribute that to my mom, but I'm just grateful. Yeah, amazing. Love it. Culture, Cuban culture.